3 students studying the folklore of Transylvania uncover more than they anticipated when they stumble upon a clan of vampires ruled by the monstrous Radu. The sadistic vampire becomes obsessed with making them his fledglings. Pause. If you're going to watch all 5 subspecies movies.
Especially in a row.
Yes. Oh, and the spinoff, which I will be doing on Lena's channel. We're not including it for this one, but we are going to mention it when part 4 comes around. And apparently there's another spinoff that we didn't know about in time. You're going to hear the words fletchling, bloodstone, birthright, Vladislas, over and over and over and over and over and over again. Do not drink anytime they say fledgling, bloodstone, Vladislas, or birthright. You will die.
Yeah.
Anyway, the sadistic vampire becomes obsessed with making them his fledglings and pursues them relentlessly, wielding the power of the Bloodstone, a relic that drips the blood of the saints. Radu and his subspecies, a pack of small, sinister creatures.
Okay, so you're right.
Yeah, give the girls a true understanding of the local mythology. Wow, they left a lot out of that synopsis. There's a little bit more to it than that.
The word obsessed, too, I think could be stronger.
Yeah, so yeah, basically that's the story. Radu, he looks like a methed out Count Orlok with long hair.
Mm-hmm. That's a good way to describe it.
Honestly, I really think the new Nosferatu really took a lot from this performance. The wheezing, the breathing, the methed out look.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if Bill Skarsgård has seen these movies.
Yeah.
And he expected no one to remember them for his performance. So when I put this on the other day to watch it for the first time in years, I was like, I wonder how long it takes for Radu to show up in this movie. And it opens up with, what's his face from Phantasm?
Angus Scrimm, who
Played
played the tall man.
Yes, he is
the king of the vampires.
Yes. And he's just hanging out in his lair, drinking from the Bloodstone. Mm-hmm. And then Radu just walks into frame. It's his big, giant fingers first, and then he just and it looks completely ridiculous. Like he's lit too much, and then he's talking, Father. Hold on. Hold on. The Bloodstone is my birthright.
Yes, exactly. And then kills his father.
Luckily, I like that this comes into play multiple times. His father has a cage that hangs up on the ceiling.
That no one saw.
No one ever thinks to look up. And he just assumed that Radu would stand in the right place to trap him. Mm-hmm. So many people are conveniently standing in that right place.
Correct. Yes.
I wonder if they have trouble. They're like, listen, can you come here, but not too much further? Yes. I want you to stand right there.
I like to think that the king of vampires is very observant, and he caught on that a lot of people just stopped right there.
Yeah.
And then he installed the cage.
Got you.
So he locks his son into the cage.
And he breaks his fingers off, and then that's when we get the subspecies.
Yes.
Spoiler, unlike Puppet Master or Demonic Toys or whatever, any other one that they did, Full Moon did a lot of tiny stop motion monsters. Mm-hmm. These are a mixture of stop motion and rod puppets. Mm-hmm. I think this was early on, so they're very low budget. They're not in the movie much.
Yeah.
But the movie is, these movies are not about the subspecies to the point they're not even in the last 2. So they should have just called him Radu at that point. But yeah, they're little demons that do
right. So he breaks off his fingers, the tips of his fingers.
Yeah.
They hit the ground and melt and then grow up into these little minions.
Yeah.
That run, pull the lever, raise the cage.
And the king does nothing to stop them.
Nope.
He just watches it.
Correct.
And you know what? He looks shocked. And I'm like, shouldn't he be able to do it too? But as these movies go on, we learn that Radu is more than a vampire.
He's half witch.
Yes. So yeah, he kills his father with the demon dagger thing. Mm-hmm. And now he's king of the vampires, but now he has to deal with his younger brother, Stefan.
But first he snatches the Bloodstone.
Yes, yeah. He gets the Bloodstone.
He gets the Bloodstone.
And he has to protect it from Stefan, who is the younger brother from a mortal mother.
Correct.
So now there's going to be a power struggle between it.
Yes.
But most of the movie is going to be about Radu and Stefan lusting after one girl.
Right. So when we're introduced to Stefan, so the two, here are the three girls, the two Americans who have come into Romania to meet up with their fellow grad student who's from Romania, Mara.
Yeah.
And they are going to study the local history of this Transylvanian fort. And when they go to stay in the fort, this historical fort, there's one other person staying there, a grad student from America who's studying the nightlife of animals and is very handsome and charming.
Yes.
Stefan. And then it's revealed that's Radu's brother.
Yes, his younger brother, who the dad liked more.
Yes. But by the time they realize he's a vampire, Michelle has already fallen in love. Instant love.
Yes, Michelle falls in love pretty quick. Michelle is played by, I don't know. She'll be replaced by Denise Duff, I think, for the rest of the series.
Correct.
So I think this movie's a lot of fun. This movie has a lot of fun minor characters. There's the old gypsy lady who's telling the history of the vampire. You want to let us know the history of the vampires?
So the history is that in the 1400s, led by Vlad Tepes, the local Transylvanian villagers are trying to fight off the Turks who are taking over Transylvania. Yeah. And this is where they tried to tie in actual history, and I applaud them for that. Yeah. And there was a standoff at this historical fort where the girls are staying, and they got down to like 100 villagers who were hiding out in this fort, knowing that thousands of Turks were surrounding the fort, and they knew eventually the Turks are going to come in and kill us, but we're going to hold off for as long as possible. When they're down to 100 people, time goes by, they're starving, they have no water. So a brave man says, I'm going to go out and see why we haven't been, killed yet. Yeah. And they go out and all of the Turks are dead. So the Transylvanian villagers said, the vampires saved us.
Yes.
So
which might have been an accident. I think the vampires like, let's eat all those guys. There's blood everywhere. Yeah. There's probably a lot of blood in the air, and they were like sharks. They're like, ah.
Totally. Yeah. So that's our Vlad tie-in. Yeah. And so the villagers say, well, because you saved us, then we want you to stay in this old castle, which belonged to them anyways. It was the Vladislav castle. Yeah. And
so it kind of worked out.
So there was like a truce, but the problem is that the vampires were still coming and feeding on the villagers. So there was a local man who knew of the Bloodstone, which was an artifact in Rome. That was a glass stone that created or held the blood of the saints, and it was forever replenishing.
Yes.
Why he needed that, I don't know. No. So the local Romany man, he goes and he steals the Bloodstone from the Vatican, brings it to the king of the vampires and says, I'm going to give you this so you don't have to feed on us anymore. Yeah. And since that time, no one in the village has been attacked.
Yes.
So now that the king is dead, the pact is off.
Yeah.
Because Radu does not.
We learned Radu's been going around killing on his own, and we will learn about some of his adventures later on. But yeah, so the blood is back on the menu.
Correct.
In Transylvania.
Correct.
Also, he is Radu. He is not Radu the Handsome. It is a reference to Radu the Handsome. Brother.
Yes.
But no, he is different Radu.
Oh yeah.
He's Nosferatu. Oh, fuck you.
How long?
Fuck you. You laughed so hard when I said that the first time.
You know why I laughed? Because whenever you say Nosferatu, you say Nosferatu. So it actually worked this time. I'm like, that's what you've been calling him the whole time anyways.
I really want to Photoshop him into the poster.
Do it.
Honestly, if the fifth one came out like a year or two later, they should have put a mustache on.
I know. But we get a lot of like really classic tropes, which is why I think I loved this movie so much. Is, the girls go to the castle, even though all the locals are like, just stay away from the castle. Yeah. They go to the castle, and the one tries to reach her hand in to like get into the castle and unlock it, and she scratches her arm. So they take off. Radu follows the smell of the blood and then starts feeding on her over a course of several nights. Yes. I love that trope.
And he's infatuated with Michelle for some reason.
Because Stefan wants her.
Because Stefan, yes, he hates Stefan so much.
Stefan.
Your pain, little brother, makes me feel sick.
Because they're half brothers.
Yes.
Radu's mother, who we will get to meet in the next movie, was an evil witch. So he's part witch apparently.
Yes.
He's many things, that Radu. So yeah, there's like a hostility between him and his brother. He killed the dad and everything. I don't know why he waited this long to kill the dad. Knowing what we know now, I think he was like, yeah, it seems about time.
Yeah, where was he?
I don't know. But yeah, I like how like the villagers act to everything. Like they're always having like the big funerals with the music playing.
Yeah, and we get the old thing about if the horse won't jump over the grave, that's the grave of a vampire, which is real lore. So this movie was so rooted in real Romanian lore.
And when the old lady dies, when she gets bitten by Radu, they like cut her head off. And I don't know why they stop in the fort so everyone could observe on their way to the cemetery.
They were coming to get holy water because that fort used to be a monastery, which we learn in the third movie.
Got you. Yeah, so they cut the head off to make sure they don't come back to life.
At that point, Lillian had died, and Carl is like, don't let them know that she died or they're going to do the same to her.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably should have. Because they bury her outside the castle, which is convenient for her and Radu.
And the guy at the fort is working with Stefan.
Yes.
And he's like, I got a way to kill them.
Yes.
I use guns now. He's like...
But the bullets are full of rosary beads.
Bullets are full of rosary beads.
So we know the holy relic thing works.
I've seen silver bullets and wooden bullets. I've never seen rosary bead bullets.
And isn't there like sunlight bullets and blade?
There's sunlight grenades.
There you go.
Yes.
So this one was very rooted in like classic vampire. It had all the tropes. It had all the elements.
Yes.
And I think that's why I fell in love with it so hard.
Yeah, and the vampire's weakness, I think you need to be impaled and hit with sunlight. Radu is an exception, and we'll learn why as these go on, because he's not fully a vampire.
Right.
The fifth one really tied it all together, Lena. You know, now I'm glad they made it 20-something years later.
Right. So this movie ends with Mara and Lillian have been turned, so they're brides now.
Yes.
And they kidnap...
Which is a lot like Dracula.
Gotta have three. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Gotta have three, and they have to be wearing white gowns or it doesn't count. So they grab a hold of Michelle, get her to the castle. They're like holding her down on the bed, and Radu's like crawling on top of her while his brother is like tied up. Yeah. And at this point in time, because they've known each other for 14 hours, they're madly in love, and they would throw everything away for each other.
Yes, of course.
Love.
Of course.
So Stefan is tortured that Radu is climbing all over his girl. But they manage to break free, and then they kill Radu. It's a stab to the forehead?
Yeah, and they stab him through the chest, and they cut his head off.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, they cut his head off. That's right.
And they leave him out for the sunlight for when it eventually comes up.
Right. The stab in the head is the second one.
Yes.
So in the first one, they chop his head off.
Yeah.
And he apparently, when we didn't see, had bitten Michelle and put his blood in her.
Yeah.
So she was going to turn. So she says to Stefan, I don't want to be like him. So he bites her and he shares his blood in the hopes that his blood will outdo it.
And then they get into the coffin, which conveniently has a light inside of it. I don't know if you noticed the light coming out from underneath the coffin. Like, huh.
Can we talk about that shot going backwards of Radu? It's like on a grate. It's supposed to be down under the castle. Yeah. But they have like a spotlight underneath as he rises. That's a great shot.
So these were low budget.
Yes.
They were like the first American productions in Romania, I think. But they get a little better in 2 and 3. But they did the best they could with the limited budget and whatnot they have. I think filming in Romania really helped because the castles and stuff are already there.
Yeah.
Not a lot of set dressing you have to do.
And the culture just leans into it.
Yeah.
You don't even have to.
I love all the masks at the festival. The masks are like a big part of this.
The setting, the masks, the people.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole thing just so leans into the vampire lore already. There was very little you had to do with it.
Yeah.
Now, the actor who plays Radu is extremely strong and very talented, so that helps.
He often feels like he's in his own movie. It feels like everyone else is in a different movie, and then you just cut to this asshole going, ah!
That's what you get from pretending you are human.
You're my fledgling. The stone is my birthright, Stefan. It just sucks when he has to pick stuff up because the fingers are too big.
Bend back.
Yeah, they're bending back, but he can't quite the bloodstone. He's like, my bloodstone. It didn't help when they're sword fighting, and he has to hold a sword with the big wobbly fingers.
Well, and then in the fifth one, he's like 150 years old, so that didn't help either. But yeah, the first one's very classic. So it ends with Stefan and Michelle laying down in the coffin together.
Yep. And then
we'll get back to that.
And then the subspecies come back out of his blood. That's his thing.
And
He
they
eats
like
your blood.
pull his head to his body.
Well, that's in the next one.
Right.
But yeah, no, I really, really liked the first one.
Yes.
Looking back and I'm like, this was a good time.
Yes.
And I can see why it was so popular. He's such a cool looking vampire. He's just really cool. He's more goofy. He gets cooler, but he's very goofy in this one.
But it
and
works.
Yeah, and the cameo from Angus, right?
Scrim,
It's just hilarious because the wig. We learn why he has that wig in part 5, but it's just like, what
Do
the
we,
hell?
though?
Is this he just had anything laying around and you just threw it on?
I feel like we're trying to create logic where there is none. That's the problem. So that's very classic.
Yeah.
I was obsessed with this movie. I don't know if I ever told you this, but when I was in high school, I actually started teaching myself Romanian because of this movie. And I was going to go to Romania and I had a whole big plan. And one of the reasons that my vampire Soren in my books is from Romania is an homage to this series.
To this series. None of the other vampire stuff, specifically subspecies.
Just that part of it. But it was just sort of like, I wanted to give honor to all the different things that have created my love of vampires.
If you go to Romania,
yes,
feel free to do crime. Just don't live stream yourself talking about it.
Wait, I should write this down.
2 brothers decided that they would go to Romania and brag about how they're getting away with all this stuff. And then they keep acting surprised every time the authorities come because they're like, shut up,
Like,
buddy.
the cops watch YouTube?
Yeah, they're like, what the hell are you doing? You're not supposed to talk about it, you asshole.
For Romania.
And also, don't go to that old castle. Just stay away from the castle. You're going to go to the castle. I know you're going to go to the castle. So Subspecies 1 must have done really well. And Charles Band was like, hey, Ted, do 2 at the same time.
Yes.
And that led to Bloodstone Subspecies 2.
Yes.
Could you read the back of the box
I
here?
would love to.